passionate about. I'm a conscious lifestyle coach. Part of my coaching encompasses meditation, yoga, and just overall awareness. And that's what I think meditation does. It brings awareness and it brings consciousness to yourself. That kind of journey of going within. There's so much external stimulation. There's always so much going on. Like how many of you meditate? Or have tried to meditate? And how many of you think, I can't meditate because my mind's always racing a million miles an hour, I've got too much going on, and I don't have time to meditate, right? So your ladies, put up your hand in a second, are the ones that need to meditate twice as much. So meditation for me, like I said, bringing that awareness and consciousness into your life. Meditation actually changed my life. It was when I started the practice of it, which, at the end of every yoga class, when we got into yoga and that Shavasana period, it took me about a month to realize, we're meditating in that last 10 minutes. That's like my favorite part, and that's what it is. And that's kind of what got me into it. I downloaded apps and started YouTubing videos, and that's kind of how my journey with meditation started. So there's many benefits of meditating, which I'm sure you've heard of, and I'll touch on a few of them. Reduces stress, can help with your reactions. There's like health benefits. Makes you more positive, can change the way you look at life, and can make you more grateful, more positive. And for me, back then, and like a lot of us, it feels like sometimes we're kind of stuck in this cycle, this repetitive cycle. And we're making the same mistakes and doing the same stupid shit over and over. Making the same mistakes and repeating the same patterns and learning these lessons over and over and over again. And like that saying goes, the lesson will repeat until it's learned. And most of us are just not very good at learning because we just keep repeating that lesson. So for me, the biggest benefit of meditation is that it actually helps to rewire your brain. Like there's actually studies in neuroscience that's proven that the reason you keep making these mistakes and keep doing these bad habits is because the way our brains are wired, our neural pathways, we're just so ingrained just from the conditioning, the way we've always done things, that we're going to keep doing these things over and over again. And by a practice of meditation, it's shown in brain scans that you actually have the ability to create new neural pathways, new dendrites, just from meditating. And the more you do it, the more you strengthen these new neural pathways, and then the easier it becomes, over time with practice, but the easier it comes to change the way you would normally react in a situation. Take that step back and change your outlook and try to see the bigger picture. And so that's how meditation has changed my life. I became more conscious and aware of the life I was living and where I was, and I thought I was happy, I thought I was content, I had a really good government job, I was there for over a decade, I had a good pension coming, like, ew. That's where I was going, and just with that practice of meditation, it just made me become more aware of where I was and then where I wanted to go. And I know for a lot of people, and for me in the beginning, it was more, I don't really know what I want to do, like, what is my passion, what is my purpose? Like I do believe, like you mentioned earlier, we all do have a purpose, there's a reason we're all here right now. And I just feel like when you meditate, it also gives you that time and that space to find out what that purpose is, because it is there, it is within all of us. We just don't take that time to go within and really listen to our higher self, to listen to that voice, and to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are always around us, but we're just so busy with the external, and we're too busy, so we stay busy, and we don't come back to finding what that purpose is. So that's what I'm going to talk about the main reason for why I think meditation is amazing, what it did for me, and all the reasons why I think everybody should take that time every day and meditate. But I know another reason why people don't is because it can be intimidating. Like Vanessa mentioned, it's not about shutting off your mind, clearing your thoughts, and sitting there in an empty space. That's actually not really going to be possible for us. Maybe monks up in Tibet, like they practice, and that's where they go. But for us, it's not realistic. And it's more of that awareness again, and being conscious of our thoughts. So that practice of meditation and noticing, like, oh, there goes my mind again, and then coming back. Meditation is keeping you in the present, keeping you focused. Using your breath, I find, is like a major anchor that can keep you in the present moment when you're meditating. So always start a meditation with telling you to connect with your breath. like feel what it feels like to breathe. We're all breathing all day, every day, from the minute we're born to the minute we leave our physical bodies. But it's not something that we do consciously. So we walk around breathing all day, these shallow, short breaths, and we're not really connected with it. So just paying attention to your breath when you sit down and meditate, feeling the air, literally, like as it takes that journey, through your nostrils, sinuses in your face. You can feel it in your ears, down your throat, and just that body awareness of how your shoulders and your chest naturally are just constantly rising and falling, and just being aware and paying attention to those little cues are something you can come back to when you're trying to meditate and you find your thoughts wandering, just coming back to that. And again, that's going to happen, and that's normal. So that practice of being aware and coming back again and again, that's what meditation is. And with practice, over time, you will, find that your thoughts maybe aren't wandering as much or drifting away as far. I know I'm running out of time here, so I'll just give you a couple tips. So the breath and the body awareness is one thing, like Vanessa mentioned, like using a mantra, like inhale, be, exhale, present. Inhale, be, exhale, now. Inhale, flow, exhale, let go. Acknowledge those thoughts as they come in, be aware of them, but then let them go and come back to whatever that anchor is that's keeping you in that moment. And the final thing I'll say is, every time you meditate, it's a different experience. So you're going to get whatever you needed in that moment, in that time. So don't put too much expectations on it, because that's just going to make it more frustrating and seem more difficult. So, if you lie down and you meditate and you end up falling asleep, that just means your body needed that time and that space to rest, and that's okay. You can start 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 2 minutes a day, even though is just a great start to give yourself that time and that space to feel that connection with your body, and then build on it from there. So don't try to make it so much of a big thing, and I need to sit down for 10 or 20 or 30 minutes, kind of scares you off. So just start little and don't put too much expectation on yourself. Thank you.